and talk to you about are going to be natural alternatives that we can use and a lot of things that we can find ourselves in our own kitchens. The purpose with that is to find natural ingredients that are safe for you, for our environment, and for the animals with which we cohabitate. Let's see here. The first thing that I wanted to talk to you about was a lot of the toxins that we find in most of the cosmetics. There is a sheet going around. You can take a peek at that. But the multi-billion-dollar cosmetic industry has not been as honest as they could be with most of us with the products that we use. There's over 12,000 different chemicals and ingredients that we put on our bodies every day. They've been hiding how they verb it and that sort of thing, so I kind of just wanted to pass that around and encourage you guys to open up your bags and take a peek at anything that you might carry and wear on a regular basis. It's a proven fact that everything that we do put on our body absorbs into our bloodstream, and that's pretty scary because, you know, from that list, there's a lot of carcinogens that we put on every day, and I don't think that we want to be doing that. You know, that's a cancer, so just take a peek at that. And does anybody have anything? Go ahead. The flyers? Yeah, of course. And there's over 12,000 chemicals that we see every day. That's just a really, really short ingredient list. When you're reading your ingredient list on the back of a product, a label, of course what you see first are the key ingredients. By the time you get down past 10 or 15, there's less than 1% of that ingredient in the product. Mineral oil tends to be in a lot of lotions and that sort of thing. And it's a petroleum derivative and it's a carcinogen. So I do recommend that you read your labels. It has been clinically proven that these toxins cause skin irritants, cancers, birth defects, and tumors. So we need to be just as conscientious about what we put on our body as what we eat every single day. We know a lot of healthy alternatives. You know, just by being here today, we see all the different vegan food and lifestyle. We can have that same sort of discrimination with our cosmetics. Let's see here. I'm sorry. I have to go over here and grab some products for you guys. Oops. I wanted to pass around a body lotion for you to try out, so you can check it out, pass it along. This is an example of a body lotion for the company that I work for, 100% pure, but you can read an ingredient list in case you guys don't have one with you, and see that it's a natural alternative. You can use shea butters and that sort of thing. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that our body is a living organ. It's the largest organ that we have. So just make sure that you do protect it, read your labels, and be wise to it. So that's why I brought these here. We're going to make some products in a little bit and try them out. The next fact, cosmetics, the beauty industry with makeup that we put on. Most of us, you know, we want to put our mascaras on, we want to put our lipsticks on and feel beautiful. Sadly, there's still a lot of lead being found in lipstick companies, and the average woman consumes between 2 to 9 pounds of lipstick in her lifetime. And that's a lead-based product, and you know, there's lead poisoning, and scary fact, so I just wanted to point that out to you. So we want to be a little wise about that. The next fact that I have some cosmetic brushes going around in a little bit. But we wanted to focus on not only using natural ingredients for our bodies, but the cosmetics brushes that we use every single day as well. So the beauty industry not only has been masking, you know, the toxins that we put on and how we can, you know, how we're harming ourselves on a day-to-day basis, but they also have been negatively affecting our furry friends. And that's kind of why I'm passing these out. You're going to help aid me in the voice for our animals. But animal testing is, you know, still happening in the beauty industry, and we don't really need it to be, but it's happening every single day. Although animal testing is unnecessary, hundreds and thousands of animals with the same capacity to feel pain as we do are being harmed. They're getting crammed into cages and tested on, you know, and the reason they're being tested on is because of the toxins that are in these products. So if we weren't using toxins in our cosmetics, there's no need to, you know, take these poor little animals and put them in a cage. So animal cruelty in the beauty industry is very large, and just wanted to help, you know, raise awareness with that as well. aside from the animal testing that we do with the chemicals, another big thing is the harvesting of the fur for the brushes. Anybody have a makeup brush with them today besides the one I passed out? Anybody use makeup brushes? Yeah, if you check it out, no, you can hold it, but usually a lot of times they don't tell you when you're purchasing the brush what kind of fur it's coming from or how it's gotten there. But sable, mink, even dog is a very common. Yeah, so you can see, you can feel the bristles, and you have some going around. No, you don't have to pass it around, but yeah, you just want to, when you're out there shopping, read it, because a lot of times they don't tell you that it did come from a mink or a sable, horse, dog, all that sort of thing. And sadly, they don't just shave the hair like they state. Yeah, use it. Feel how soft it is. Right? It feels pretty good. But yeah, so they actually harvest it, and they have farms and that sort of thing where it's pretty disturbing. So I do encourage you guys to go to PETA's website and check out the Chinese fur camps. I can't show you that today, and it's not so pleasant to see, but just wanted to let you guys know about it so you can choose the synthetic fibers. So this brush is a synthetic fiber, which is naturally antibacterial, so it's better for your skin and your makeup as well. The animal hair actually draws bacteria to the skin, so you end up moving around all those germs, and of course you're taking little bunny foo-foo out and putting it on your face. So we encourage these synthetic brushes. They are better for your skin, and you can read the labels. I went to I can't say where, but I went to a place to buy a brush, and it didn't tell me exactly what was on it. So just please pay attention to that. The other thing would be to just wash your brushes. You're going to be using them a lot, but just make sure you wash them. So let me know how you guys like those. They are going around. Did everybody get a brush? You need a brush?
No, I may have missed it. What are your brushes?
Synthetic fibers. So it's a type of plastic. It's naturally antibacterial, so it's better for the skin. There are facial brushes too, like the one I'm going to use in our demonstration is not a makeup brush, so you probably might benefit a little bit more from something like this. But it still has the synthetic fibers on there, and it's going to be a cleansing brush. So again, you can visit the PETA website, and that discusses how they harvest the hair.
Are the brushes that are making hair, are they labeled? Are they required to label where they come
They should. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't label clearly, so you might want to double check and read. It should say, it won't say what animal it came from, but it will say it's not synthetic. If it doesn't say synthetic, it means it's an animal fur. Did you want some of that? Oh, okay. Okay. Any questions about cruelty animal brushes? Oh, hi. Yes. Glycerin, I would suggest avoiding. I did send out a list for you guys that you could take a peek at. We don't really need to use the glycerin. It can be, derived from a natural source, but it's not really a necessary product or ingredient that we need. It's not as toxic. It's not definitely, there's over 12,000, so I don't have all of them memorized, but that one's a big one. You don't really need to use the glycerin. I would suggest trying to avoid it when you can. A lot of the soaps now, you can find good bar soap that doesn't have to be made with glycerin. So you guys have my pamphlet. I'm going to let you kind of peek through that. But I'm going to get started on how we can make some products at home. I do have one more thing that you guys can smell while I'm doing that. This is a body scrub. I'll just kind of get you guys involved. It is a little liquidy, so be careful. This one is our mangosteen body scrub. Let me get a little spoon in here. Mix it up nice and good. So one of my biggest keys when shopping is to pay attention to the term fragrances. A lot of times they mask scary ingredients and chemicals and toxins by using the word fragrance, artificial fragrance. So you want to focus on essential oils or extracts, which is what you can find in your kitchen as well. So this is a body scrub. This is just sugar base there for you. So you can smell it. I don't recommend putting it on because I don't have water to rinse it off. But it's a mangosteen body scrub. And so you can smell that if you'd like. But,
So the things that say honey, do they contain honey?
they do. So 100% Pure, for example, is a vegan brand except for the honey products. It's vegetarian.
Vegan, but then they have honey.
It's labeled as vegetarian.
Okay.
Great question. We get that one a lot. Okay. So the first product that I wanted to share with you today that you could find in the kitchen is a body scrub. So we have the mangosteen going around, but Gesundheit, bless you. Salud. Let's see here. I need this. So I did kind of make a mess when I was traveling over here, so I do apologize for that. So we're going to make a body scrub that's going to brighten the skin. And body scrubs actually help to encourage blood flow, get the new skin cells, get our skin looking bright, summertime, you know, get that shine back. So we're going to do a caffeinated body scrub with a little bit of olive oil. I'll need this. Okay, so you can take your coffee grinds, you can make a cup of joe, and then instead of throwing out the grinds or mulching them like, you know, we would, just throw them into a body scrub. And I'm having an issue here, technical difficulty, sorry. The caffeine, well, we know everything we put on the skin does absorb into our blood. But the caffeine, the amount of caffeine that you're going to get from the reused coffee grounds is okay. But what caffeine does, hold on. Sorry, can you open that for me, hon? Thank you. It's going to boost the blood flow. So it's really great for any areas that we may experience some cellulite or, you know, just something that we kind of want to buff away. But it awakes up the skin cells just like it awakes us up in the morning. You could do sugar, you know, a sugar alternative. You could do salt, like a nice alternative sugar, salt. Sometimes you can mix those two together. The coffee will just give you that extra boost if you do have a little bit of, you know, a troublesome area. And it's working like your exfoliator because it's gritty. Then the sugar works really well too. And I'm also going to add some lemon in with my coffee. The lemon, the acid that's in here is going to help to exfoliate as well as to brighten the skin. So it's going to brighten up our skin, and it's going to encourage those skin cells to turn over. As we age, our skin cells stop, you know, working as quickly, so we need something to encourage that turnover. So we'll just mix this up pretty good. I'm more partial to a grittier scrub. That's me. You can mix it to the consistency that you prefer. Oops. They don't stain. They should not be staining. If that's the case, I haven't seen that. We work with a coffee Kona scrub at my at 100% Pure, and it doesn't stain the skin. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. And it is still biodegradable, so it's a natural formula. I do recommend having maybe a strainer in the shower or so you can catch it back out, because it is pretty thick, but and I'm not making too much in here, but if you guys want to try a little scoop of it. But so that has the coffee ground, which is boosting circulation and exfoliating the skin. We went ahead and squirt some lemon juice in there. That's going to brighten, and it smells amazing. And just put a little bit of olive oil in there. The olive oil is going to work like your hydrator. So this is what's going to give you the moisture. We're exfoliating. We only want to do it twice a week. And then you add your olive oil. And olive oil is great for a lot of different things. It's great for the hair, for the body. If you like the feel of the oil afterwards, just, rinse this off and get out of the shower. I like to follow with a body wash because I almost feel too silky, and in the summertime I get, I don't want it to be too much, but you can follow with the body wash if you choose to. So you have your hydrator, which is the olive oil, your vitamin C from the citrus acid, and then the coffee grounds. And then if you wanted to, you could add the humectant, which is honey. So if you are a strict vegan and you don't want to do that, you don't have to. If you're more on the vegetarian and you like the honey, it will help to bind the moisture to the skin. So it will help to keep the moisture in. So I'm just going to kind of walk around and let you guys smell this a wee bit. So you can see the consistency. I don't know if my body scrub doesn't turn out as that other one does, but it's still pretty good. You can smell that coffee in there. Ready to wake up in the morning? All right. So pretty easy, right? I don't know. Are you going to make a scrub when you go home?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try a little? You want to try a little? No. You want to try a scoop? Let me know what you think. There we go. So this one's pretty easy. It doesn't look the most appealing, I'll be honest, but it'll help wake you up in the morning. Are you a coffee connoisseur?
Oh, I'm always just worried about clogging my drains.
Me too. I live in an apartment. I don't have the water room, so that's why I say put a strainer in there like you would some coffee. I mean, not some coffee like you would in the tea, like straining tea. So yeah, you can make a little scrub here. You could do the sugar and salt, which would disintegrate better. So this is a little coffee scrub. I didn't make it too liquidy. It makes it a little bit easier to exfoliate with. All right, there you go. Yeah, wake you up. You're falling asleep on me back here. I'm boring you guys. Here's some coffee. No. So again, you can make it as liquidy as you want, the honey or the olive oil, whichever you prefer. There you go.
So olive oil is the substitute for honey?
Olive oil is what's going to be your hydrator. The honey is what binds the olive oil to the skin.
What can you use? Although it smells really good. What can you use to substitute for honey if you don't want to use honey?
Because it's the humectant, you can use a lot of different, like you could do like a vitamin C capsule or something in there is going to help to just kind of mix the fluids together. You don't, vitamin C or a vitamin E capsule. Yeah, it doesn't look super pretty, I do warn you, But the sugar and salt might have been a better presentation to share with you guys. It is a little more appealing by visuals. But this one is my CEO's favorite. She's obsessed. She loves the coffee because it boosts the circulation to the body. And when you're exfoliating, you want to go ahead and work towards the heart. So if you're starting at the bottom of your legs, always rub up, towards your heart, get that blood flow, get it pumping. Same sort of thing with the arms, go in towards the heart. And that also helps boost the blood flow. Good for anybody that has varicose veins or tired legs as well. So there's my body scrub for you guys. Sorry, it's not so cute. So we don't need these anymore for now. And the next one we have is a face mask. Who here likes to use face masks? Got some face masks? All right. We can all benefit from a face mask on occasion. So the one, thank you for returning my mangosteen. I appreciate that. The one that I'm going to share can be altered. All of these can change any way that you want based on what you have in your refrigerator or what you went and grabbed from the farmer's market, that sort of thing. So this one is just one that I really like because you hit a lot of key points. We want to have a lot of antioxidants in our skincare regimes. So antioxidants are the only thing that combat free radicals. Free radicals are, the environment, smog, pollution, anything out there that's trying to break down your skin and age you. So you definitely want to protect your skin. And so we are going to use strawberries and bananas for the antioxidants. So I brought a banana here. This is my rejuvenating facial mask. I need to open up my banana. Don't have a knife, but... Ugh. Nadine. Oops. Thank you. Thank you. And some strawberries. Okay. So you can keep the seeds. Obviously, rinse your strawberries first. But you want to keep it, you can keep it whole. You got a banana, you can just toss that bad boy in there. Woo! Kind of break it up. Thank you, Nadine. Okay. So we're going to do the rejuvenating facial mask, and we have these strawberries, which are very high in an acid that's going to help to encourage the sloughing off of the skin cells to brighten it up. It also has salicylic acid for anybody that has a little bit more of an acneic prone skin. This is going to be fabulous. And I'm touching this, so I don't recommend eating these, but it could be edible if you're doing it yourself. But you want to keep the seeds on there, on your strawberries. Try to mash it up pretty good. And your bananas. Bananas, as we know when we eat them, very high in potassium. Vitamin A, B, and C, and K, which is the potassium. But, let's see here. But it's great for the skin because we need all those vitamins every single day. The vitamin E is going to be able to nourish the skin. It also carries in a lot of amino acids, so you're getting the amino acids for the face too. This is going to be the hard part here. I do apologize, so just kind of bear with me. Should have brought a fork. But
Can I ask you a tangent question?
yeah, of course.
Whenever I buy products in the store, I try to buy vegan products, but the waxes always confuse me. Is the purpose of the waxes
Okay.
products specifically like for lip balms?
Okay.
And which is a healthier wax for creatures and me? And like this one I see in one of your products is Candelia wax. And then of course I know there are petroleum waxes
Yes.
and beeswax. And so I prefer to avoid the beeswax. But I mean, what can you tell me about the wax?
The Candelia, that's a plant. So that would be ideal for someone who's avoiding like the beeswax and that sort of thing. That would be the one that you would want to choose and go with. A lot of times they will mention the beeswax is in there, but they do try to avoid it in a lot of cosmetic companies. But the vegetarian ones will have to list that it's on there. Any other waxes other than that tend to be not as natural, so to just avoid those. Beeswax, if that's okay with you, and then otherwise definitely the Candelia wax.
And it's just because it's the solidifier? Is that why they use it?
Yeah, it's what they use to just keep everything together. It's the binding factor. Yeah. Candela wax. It's an herb that's used, I believe it's a flower, correct? It's a plant. And it's used in a lot of products and skincare and stuff. But that wax is great. We strain it. You can strain it like a tea, and then you can solidify it, and that's where you get your base. But that's what you would go for. Focus on that one. A lot of the other wax, there's ester wax, different things like that, and they're not natural at all. They're a chemical. So I've almost got this broken down. But then I'm going to add a soy yogurt. So there's a lot of different yogurts out there, and if you eat yogurt, you can grab it out of your refrigerator. I know there's, I think, So Delicious makes a good one now, a Greek yogurt that's animal-friendly and safe, and you could put that in here. Or if you don't want to, you can use tofu. Tofu works really well as well. I just want to break this down. Once you get it squishy enough, I'm having some serious issues with that part, but most of these ingredients are in the kitchen.
How long does it last?
You would want to put it on and use it that day. So if you made too much and you didn't think you were going to be able to utilize it, I might say put it in 2 different bowls, one's to eat and one's to put on your face. But I don't know. I'm trying to get it nice and mushy here. We're trying to get it real squishy, but I thought this would be easier. I'll be honest, didn't chop it up before I came, and I do apologize for that. So,
What about putting in the Vitamix?
I'm sorry?
What about putting in the Vitamix process?
that would be the best thing you could do because you're going to save a lot of time and be ready to go. But I didn't bring one of those. But yeah, blend it up. That's great. You don't want to use a store-bought yogurt that has the strawberry banana. Of course, you want to use the natural ingredients. And just kind of chop it up, mix it up. 10 to 15 minutes. This one with the citrus from the strawberries, if you're sensitive, you might want to stick around for maybe 10 minutes. If you can tolerate it for 15, that's great. Because at the end of the day, you're getting a hydrator and a brightener. And the yogurt that you put in, again, the all-natural soy yogurt that you choose to use, is going to actually work as an exfoliator. There's active live cultures in the yogurt, and so it's kind of creepy as it sounds, it actually eats the dead skin cells off of our face. So you're exfoliating while you're masking. So I think this is good enough. I'm going to pop some yogurt in here and pass it around for you guys to see. Sorry if I'm moving around too much for you. But the food processor would be ideal. Another great mask you can do is an avocado mask. Avocado and some olive oil. That's fabulous if you have dry skin. All right. Let's see. I think I can get this open for you. You can use it as an exfoliator. I kept it on, so you could just leave it in there, and you're doing gentle motions, so it should be fine. And you know that it's just a couple of seeds in there. So most importantly is just the way that you use a small buffing motion. The yogurt. So I'm doing mine with a soy yogurt, and you can use, again, the tofu or anything that you want. Tofu's great. Tofu banana or the yogurt. But the yogurt does have the cultures that will eat the skin cells for you, kind of working while you're masking. And I like to sit down when I have my mask on and just veg out. Literally just sit there, relax. Sometimes I read, sometimes I don't. If you've got 10, 15 minutes to relax, cut some cucumbers, put them over your eyes. Get the whole spa-like atmosphere in your home going. And the cucumbers are great for the skin as well. It helps to depuff and relax and hydrate. It's cooling in the summertime if you have allergies as well. So these don't tend to look the most appealing, but they work really, really well. Does anybody have a specific skincare concern that they would see if I maybe know a mask I can teach how to use at home? Any oily or dry? Or what's your skin type? Sunburns, definitely aloes and cucumbers. Yeah, do an aloe cucumber mask, or if you have some tea leaves left over, do you drink tea? You can put that on the body if it's on the body. Do a couple of tea leaves in a reusable bag or so that they don't kind of fall everywhere. But the tea leaves helps to take the burn out. But the aloe and cucumber would be the most cooling and soothing.
What about like acne scars?
So you'd want to focus on diminishing the hyperpigmentation. So anything with more of the citrus acid in it. So you could even put a little bit of lemon in something, so focus on your lemons, your vitamin C's. Pineapple is a great one, and I think it tastes really, really good. So I would do a pineapple strawberry mask, and that's going to help to fade the hyperpigmentation, but you want to be able to exfoliate too, so that the new skin cells can come in. So something, maybe a scrub, you might want to make a face scrub to do twice a week. And for the face, you could do kind of pretty similar, but for a little grittier, that's safe on the face, you might want to change what I would say as an exfoliator would be the pineapple enzymes would help to slough it off without feeling gritty. So who wants to see this one? All right. No eating. I didn't bring enough spoons. But okay, so the consistency is still pretty chunky, so you guys would probably have it much smoother at home with your blenders. But you can see here, just a little. Put it on the skin. If you have the vitamin C capsules or vitamin E capsules that we,
How much yogurt did you put in?
I didn't put very much because, 2 tablespoons. I like it to be pretty, thick so it doesn't drip all over my furniture. Because I'm going to be leaning back with the cucumbers on my eyes, so I can't be worrying about it dripping everywhere. So you have your nice little mask. Consistencies, kind of chunky. Smells good.
Are there some brands of soy yogurt that are firmer and better to use than others?
I don't know about the texture-wise. I think as long as you go with the natural yogurt, so it's still pretty thick, but the tofu will keep it thicker. So if you're scared for the mess, the tofu will help keep it more solid. But I don't really know for texture. You might just not want to use as much of the yogurt. But so hopefully you wouldn't have this chunk on there because I don't know where you'd be putting that on your face. But when you get it nice and smooth, you can relax and put on your face mask. So the little seeds that you see in there with the strawberries are going to help to exfoliate. You check it out? You want to smell it? You can't eat it. I need it. No, I'm just kidding. Hello. You can't eat it. You can eat it when I'm done. So when I'm done here, you can have it. I'm just kidding. You can eat it at home if you wanted to. So you can see it smells pretty good, but the seeds are still in there to exfoliate.
A client of mine was told she had a sty in her eye and it was moving under her skin. And she was deciding.
So you can smell?
How much strawberry and banana?
This is only 1 strawberry. So I would put more strawberries and more bananas and just blend it really good.
There is like half of banana.
That's a whole banana in here. Whole banana. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, you're doing your thing. I'm tangent.
Smell it? No, I appreciate it.
This might be related. Is
Yeah.
she had a sty. And, anyway, I've heard the cucumber thing. That's really great. We were talking about sort of like eye area and things. But she was also told tomatoes would work. Do you know why or what the nutrient is in the tomatoes?
The tomato, I believe it's the acid that's in the skin. So the tomato lycopene that's in the tomatoes works really, really good, and it has a natural acid in there.
Like you were saying, citrus, like lemon or something like that for high pigmentation.
That would be, I don't know, she was told to put it on the actual eyes or to use as skin tone corrector.
Well, it was related because it seemed like the impurity was under her bottom lid.
Okay.
And it was moving to her cheek because it was swelling a little bit, or maybe it was just the swelling. And so any of that area on the eye, the lid anyway, and on the cheek.
There are a lot of nutrients in tomatoes, and the acid that's in there I know is really, really good for skin corrections, and it's ideal for someone that has any blemishes and stuff on the skin as well. The tomato works phenomenal. But you're welcome.
I have a question. I just read lately that you what you teach is like putting those nutrients outside.
Yes.
But this guy he say we have to eat those nutrients for us to have a good skin. You have to take this from inside, go through your digestive system, and then go out because the skin is like where the things explode and explode. So, but now you're talking, you gotta go directly to the skin from the outside and put this on top. So, the theory here, what's your intake?
That's very great. I like that because it ties both of it together. We really need to make sure we're eating healthy, definitely first and foremost, because it does so much for us. We have to be eating healthy. But the other thing too is because our skin is such a living organ and it's affected every single day, most of everything else is protected by the skin and bones and muscles and that sort of thing. But our skin's being exposed to very scary environmental stressors and that sort of thing. So applying products onto the skin will help to protect it. So the free radicals, as I mentioned, they attack your skin, and that's what can break down your skin cells and eventually link into some horrible things like skin cancers. Antioxidants, we get them when we eat, we get them when we put them on our skin. So as my boss likes to say, They are our little combaters. So Susie would say that the antioxidants are protecting us and the free radicals are attacking us. So like you're throwing things at me and my antioxidants protecting us. So you have to put it on your skin to protect the outside layer as well. But you have to eat healthy too. The big thing with today is that a lot of the products that we're buying aren't really being honest because, you know, you're putting this stuff on to protect your skin, but you're also getting a lot of horrible things that we're now absorbing. So that's why by making your own products, you really know what you're getting. And you can eat it before you make it if you wanted to. So you're feeding two birds with one crumb. So, but I appreciate that. That was a great question. Thank you. I forget where I heard that one, but I appreciated it. So thank you. Any other questions? I'd like to, yeah, of course. You want to mask, and so you would want to not use something like this where this is more of a hydrating mask, a purifying mask. So I would suggest I didn't bring much more products, I do apologize, but you can use, let's see, you would want to use a tea. So you can use, I believe, would be like a green tea would help to absorb excess oil. So you can do something with a little bit of tea, but for a good mask, do you have, I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest. Let me grab my little brochure here, because it helps me focus on the key things here. Or actually, citrus will help with the scars. So when you're reducing hyperpigmentation, the citrus is really good. To help clear up the skin, you would want to use something more natural. I would say, do you have like a tea tree oil? Tea tree oil is really good. Make sure that it's, you know, certified and all that, safe harvesting. But you can use tea tree oil and then something to be a solid mask. I'm trying to think you could use oatmeal. So you could do oatmeal, seaweed. Bentonite. I'm not familiar with that. It's what?
Clay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Be very, very discriminative on the clays that you do get to use, because a lot of times they may have some different minerals that are not as good for the skin. But clays work. But I would say do some tomato, because the acid in the tomato will help clear up the skin. And if you have any tea tree oil, that would be good. And the tea will help to soothe the skin. Sometimes you could just have an allergy or an inflammation due to something that your skin's agitated from.
Yeah.
So.
And then for wedges and black days, is that just more exfoliating?
Twice a week, yeah, exfoliating. You don't want to exfoliate more than that. The blackhead would be the dirt and oil in the pore. So just making sure you get to wash regularly to help to eliminate that. And then the whitehead is now, it's actually became infected. So what you're seeing is the pus and that sort of thing. Did you want that? So you can work with the blackhead and kind of clear out the skin, but the whitehead, you definitely have already had an infected pore. So just a mask would be good to heal that one and soothe. Good question. Gonna mosey back this way. Sorry. How am I doing on time? Oh, I'm getting close, you guys. I did bring this brush. So this is the one that I was going to encourage you to use to wash your mask off with. I would love to show it to you guys, but I am a little messy, so I don't want to do that. But when you put it on, buff it away, no matter what mask you're using. And that's where you're getting a little bit of extra benefits from it. You're getting the exfoliation process as well as the masking process. And make sure you use your synthetic brush, of course. You could just use a washcloth if you want. Anything to really soak it and let it come off the skin. But 10 to 15 minutes for your face mask. Cover the whole body when you're working with your body scrub. And then that covers those two. So you can kind of make those, interchange them. For a moisturizer, you can use your olive oil, again, in anything that you have. Avocados, tomatoes, olive oil is going to be your key kind of component there for hydration. And I'm trying to think another really key mask. Hair masks, do you guys want to know about a hair mask? I didn't bring anything for that, but oh, I have 2 minutes. A quick 2-minute hair mask. Go ahead and throw some avocados, some olive oil, and maybe even a little bit of oatmeal together. Get it nice and thick. You can work it like a conditioner. Leave it on, let it soak, smell delicious. Think about what you're going to have for lunch, and then rinse it out. Another great product that's out on the market is an argan oil. Make sure you get a natural argan oil. That is a great product from head to toe. You can use it in any of the masks or scrubs that you want to create. Put it in your hair, sleep with it overnight. It's great for the cuticles as well. Argan, A-R-G-A-N. Argan oil. Of course.
Do you know why a lot of like facial and skin products use alcohol in them? Like, why would moisturizer have alcohol in it?
I find that confusing as well because it's defeating the purpose of hydrating. They use it usually as a preservative, I believe, to help to just maintain that shelf life that the products need. But you want to avoid it, like the cetyl alcohols, any sort of the alcohol that you do read, just try to avoid. You don't really need to, that one I believe is from sugar, or it's a natural alternative. But it just kind of depends how it's in there and what the purpose is. The form that I passed out, I think it points out a couple of the key alcohols. And those are really the scary ones. I think I have this too if you want to kind of check it out. I deleted a couple because I ran out of space and I didn't want to waste paper or ink when I did this. But a lot of them, there's really no, a lot of times it just ends up being more drying, like the cetyl alcohol. That one's really bad. You don't need to use that one. And depending on where it is on the list, too. I printed this out, sorry, just so you can take a peek. Depending on where it is, those are, some products that we see every single day, and it has them top of the list. So you just want to be careful with that. I'm done. Aww. I don't want you guys to go. No. Well, thank you. Did everybody get something? Okay, so I do appreciate it. By these brushes here with me today, it's a cruelty-free brush. You guys can leave, I'm out of time, but it is a cruelty-free brush, and it's synthetic fibers. So by using this brush and kind of telling your friends about the importance of synthetic brushes, we're gonna be able to speak for our furry friends, and that means a lot to me, and I think to everybody here today. So thank you for that, and thank you for taking the brushes and getting some product with me.